Hey guys. Oh, sorry, my phone just went off. Hey guys, this is Dan Calder with DanCalder.com and DanCalder.biz. Um, this is DanCalder.com. Honestly, I don't even use that as much anymore. Since I became on Empower Network, I use DanCalder.biz for a lot more. I'll just leave that at that. But this is a quick video on how to create professional custom graphics for free. Okay, now this is you're going to need a couple things for this. Um, Again, it's all going to be free. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need a Gmail account. If you don't already have one, you likely do, but just in case you don't, just sign up for one. It takes a couple minutes. It's super easy. You're going to need Jing. Now, I think the link for this is available both at dancalder.com and dancalder.biz under free tools. If you just do a Google search for Jing, Jing, or Jing project, you're going to come across it super quick. You might already have it, but I don't know if you can make out this little yellow deal right here. This is a free capture tool. You can make videos with it. It's awesome and it's free, and just go get it. The other third thing you're going to need is cooltext.com. Now, you don't necessarily need this one. This is just one I use a lot. It's got a lot of great text on it. You'll see later why you need that. Another option for this is just do a Google search for free fonts. F as in Frank, fonts, Fonts. Then you'll find multiple options there. But these are the three things you're going to want just to do what I'm going to teach in this video, okay? Gmail account, Jing, and cooltext.com. If you don't have the Jing or the Gmail account, just pause the video, go download it. If you have to do all of that, it'll take you 5, 6, 7 minutes. It's nothing. So, and they're handy tools you're going to want anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start from scratch here. We're going to start from just creating what we want to use as a background, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about here. Now this is my main Google search page. You can see I got different graphics just because I have it set, but this is just your main Google page, okay? I'm clocked in. I'm signed in, so that's why you see my custom background. And you need to be signed in because you see this top thing here. One, you're going to want that documents. Okay, we're going to be using that later. And two, you want this image search. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click on image search. If you've never used this before, you'll quickly see what I'm talking about here. And just to keep it generic, I'm going to search for businessman. Okay, and you see all these, multiple, businessmen coming up here. Now this I've actually used in an earlier video, and this is a good example of what you want. And the reason I say that is, see, this has got area right here for text, or to place the wording of your ad, if you need wording in your ad. So for the example here, that would have been a good one. But however, it's a little small. You want to pay attention to what size the picture is, and you can see some of these are copyrighted. So how big is this one? The reason you want to pay attention. Okay, so this is 375 by 281. That's a little small, or it might not be. I mean, if you're doing a header, or depending on the size. My whole point being, and I'm going to speed it up here, but my whole point being, try to find a picture that matches the size that you want the ad to be. The reason for that is because that way, when you mess with it, you're not going to mess with the clarity of the picture. Okay? Because at this, see, this has got good, and this is actually a copyrighted picture. You see this? So we won't use this one. You want to pay attention to copyrighted ones. So that kind of slowed down the ad, but I'll probably just go back to that other one just to speed this video up. But you get an idea what I'm talking about here. Okay, this would have been good because there's area to write some ad copy. Just to keep this totally live, maybe I'll see if I can't find something else. Let's see, is this guy copyrighted? Doesn't appear to be, and this is a bigger ad. See, it's 500 by 352, so we'll do this frustrated businessman. So what I'm going to do is right-click on the picture, okay, save image as. What I'm going to do is save this to my pictures to be used later. You'll find out what I'm talking about later, but okay, that's already on pictures. So I'm going to say frustrated. And the reason I'm putting there, so when I come back here, I'm just going to put a frustrated guy. So it's alphabetized just for the speed of this video, because when I go back to look for it, it's going to be at the top of the list. That's the only reason I did that. Okay, so now we've picked an ad. Again, you want to try and keep it, generally in the ad size that you want, because when you shrink it or make it bigger, you're going to mess with the clarity of the picture. Okay, now got those things. That's an ad I did earlier. Okay, now when you're in Google, I showed you want to come up to your Google Documents. Okay, and when you press that, I already have that you're going to come to a screen like this. Now, depending on when you watch this video, as you can see here, it says Google Docs will soon be upgraded to Google Drive. I don't know when you're watching this video, and I don't know when they're going to do that update. So I don't know. But when they do, it's going to look very similar to this. You're still going to have a Create over here somewhere. So what I do is hit Create, come down here to Drawing. You can mess around with the other ones. I found Drawing to be the easiest. And what you're going to have here is essentially just a blank canvas or a blank template. Okay? You're going to be creating through essentially just copying and pasting and layering. You're just going to be creating your ad. Okay, now what this is, you see this checkerboard pattern, that means that everything as it is now is transparent. So if I were to build an ad on this and take a picture of what I'm about to do, I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but the whole background would be transparent. And I'll just leave it at that so I don't get too confusing. I'm going to come up here to Format, Background, and I'm going to make this background black. Okay, this is just so you can see it better. I can come down here and I can stretch this out, which is essentially what I did for those quick graphics that you saw at the beginning of this video. I just did that in 5-10 seconds, a little longer, but okay. So this, you just consider this your black canvas. Okay, it could have been white, it could have been green, it could have been a custom color, which is also a free tool you can get from dancalder.com. Free tools. My phone's blown up. But I'm not going to get into that now. But you can also make you can make this background or anything a complete custom color of anything that you match anywhere you find on the internet. And just go for eyedropper tool, and I'll just leave it at that. But that's how you would do that. Now, for the to move on with this, I'm going to go up to Insert, which I just did. Hopefully you saw that. And what we're going to do is access that picture that we just saved. So this is why I put a frustrated guy. So this is my daughter's laptop. So she's got a bunch of her goofy pictures. So a frustrated guy. It's loading. And you'll see we got the picture here on our blank canvas. Now this goes into why I said you want the picture to be basically the size of your ad. Because once you blow it up, the resolution is going to get a little, less clear. That's why you wanted the big picture. I know I keep repeating that, but this is why. Now I'm going to go just for the purpose of this ad because this is good enough. If I were actually making my ad, I probably wouldn't go with this because it's too blurry for the size I want to use here. You can see the bigger I make it, the blurrier it gets. It's still acceptable for this. Okay, now I picked this picture because of this area right here, okay, because it's usable for text. So I'm going to come up here, and there's two things you can do here. One is quick, and one's a little more professional. Now, this is the easy way. You're limited by, you can do a lot inside your Google Documents here, but you're limited by what they give you. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. We're going to put this ad here. We're going to pick a little box here. Just for speed's sake, I'm going to put Find Freedom Now. Now you can see that's pretty small. And then here's where you mess with things. You've got, about a dozen or so, maybe more, fonts. You can mess with that. You can mess with the font size. Go even a little bigger. Okay, and now that actually went too big for the box I made, so then all you do is just make the box. Oops, that's the wrong box. Double click on that, and still didn't make it big enough. You can do what I'm doing here. See, okay, and that made it big enough to fit the text. And we'll come down here and we'll make another one that says, whoops, maybe we won't. Okay. I don't know what happened there, I just froze up. Insert text box, and I'm going to do a second text box down here. And this is just one of my main lead capture pages is all this is. And then we'll just make it bold on this one, and we'll make it the font a little bigger. And I think that disappeared. Oh, there we go, because my box is too small. And it's going to end up going over his head, but whatever, you get the idea. Okay? Now this is not, where I would probably stop. This is pretty simple. But as you can see there, you've got an ad. It's not a great ad. It's not, super professional, but you're on your way. Now, the reason I say you're limited by is you can only do so much with your wording here, which is why I told you to get to cooltext.com. Now, you come over here to cooltext.com, and you can see you've got a lot of different options here, okay? For speed's sake, let's pick glowing steel, okay? And this is where you render your logos. I just go down to cooltext.com and start messing around with this. I'm not going to show you everything that it does. There's a lot there, and you'll figure it out. We'll put do it now, just for speed's sake. You can come down here and you can change the color of the glow, depending on what you picked in the beginning there. Everything has its own different option. Okay, so you can see now it's got do it now and just, dark blue. I'm not going to mess with, I can do glow size. There's all different things I can mess with. So we'll come down here and I'm going to hit render logo. Okay, now it shows me the thing that I just created real super quick here. I'm going to hit download image, and depending on what kind of computer you're using, this just downloaded into my my download, so that's what I'm going to use later. Or you can open it and then save it to your pictures, whatever you want to do. But again, I'm going to keep moving here. So back to the document I'm creating, what I would do is I'll come back here to insert, and I'll do image. Choose an image to upload. And I'll go to my downloads because that's where it just went. I don't even think I labeled it, so I'm just going to have to look for it. Do it now. There it is. Double click on that and it's uploading. This is really simple, basic stuff, guys, but you can see how that is a better. Now, the colors don't necessarily match, but you can see how that's more of a professional graphic. Okay, real quick. So that essentially is how to create an ad. Now, you're not limited by anything. The background picture, you can do multiple fonts, whatever the message you're trying to get across, whatever blog you're doing, whether you're making an ad, whether you're making a header for your new blog, whatever kind of artwork you're doing. This is a quick, simple, free, professional way to do it. And you only need these 3 things, okay? Now, I made this, again, that's not very professional, but I did it in 5 seconds. This is just stuff you can make for your videos. Speaking of videos, again, if you go to dancalder.com, free tools, or dancalder.biz, again, I think it's on my free tools there. You can actually get the software that I'm using to make this video, okay, and that's free also. So I'm just going to throw that out there. At the end of this video, I'm going to piggyback another, just a quick video to show you how to make custom videos, okay? I've just shown you how to do custom graphics. You're going to use this video in conjunction with the Craigslist 101 video. If you're on my team and you're posting Craigslist ads, I've just now shown you how to make a custom graphic. In Craigslist 101, I showed you how to put that graphic onto Craigslist. Okay, so that you've got 2 of the 3 steps. Now in Craigslist 102, which I will make later today, you'll find it either on my YouTube channel, or I'm sure you can if I got Craigslist 101 on the first page, I'm sure you can Google Craigslist 102. That's going to be a lot less competition. So you can either find this stuff on my YouTube page, on my blog, or just Google the stuff, because of Empower Network, I've got such good SEO that basically when I publish this stuff, it's going to the first page of YouTube or Google or both. Again, I will show you that. Just go to earningsloophole.com and I'll show you all that stuff too. But I do want to wrap this up. That's it. You guys take care. If you have any questions, email me. Or go to my blog, and again, right after this, I'm going to take you right to a video, which is essentially something I'll show you later, but here's an example of a free video. So that's it, guys. You take care, and bye-bye.